Hey y'all, I'm Jules and I'm back with another list. We are going to discuss red flags in potential friends. Now, before I dive into this list, this is not a post where we bash women and you tell me this is why you don't like women, you don't trust women, you only have guy friends. This is not the post where we gather in the comment sections and you give me this shit about how women are nothing but drama and catty. If you say shit like that, I know a couple things about you. One, I know that you're a pick-me, and I know that you're probably not that smart, because those of us who are wise know that men can fuck your life up more than anybody on this planet. We know that men gossip, men are full of drama, and men are catty too. Men are overly emotional and often led by anger. I also know that you are probably the person that is full of drama and causing the issues in a lot of your friendships. I'm not talking about if you have anxiety or you moved or you had a friendship that ended after a long period of time. Don't be willfully obtuse. Y'all be knowing what I'm talking about. Y'all just be trying to reach to make a point. Okay, let's dive into the video. Number one. Women who make lists like this. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to be a smart ass, because every time I make a list and it triggers someone, they always say this to try to make me feel bad and make me feel stupid. Okay, let's be for real. Okay, let's get started. Number two, passive aggressive comments. They always got to say things like, you know, that dress is cute on you for a big woman. Oh, it was brave of you to wear something like that. That's nice you were able to afford a vacation on your small salary. It's always something that is not blatant, but they gotta mumble it under their breath. They gotta say it in the form of a dog whistle, to where if somebody isn't paying attention, they think they're genuinely complimenting you. But they always gotta say something to let you know that you ain't all that. Do not give people like that a chance, okay? Please listen to Auntie Jules or your best friend, or however I fit into your mind. Listen to me. Do not give people like this a chance. Once they show you that they make backhanded compliments and they make passive aggressive comments, let them go. They do not like you. They do not have your best interests at heart. Next thing, which kind of feeds into number two. They are never happy for you. You get a new house, they gotta say, I'm so tired of everybody wanting a house. You know, everybody's so materialistic nowadays. You get a new car, they gotta say something negative about the brand of car that you got. You're happy in a relationship, they gotta say something negative about your relationship to try to make you feel bad. You get a new job, they gotta let you know that, oh, you do know that that company lays people off all the time. They can never say congratulations. They can never say good job. They can never celebrate you and pat you on the back. But I tell you one thing, if some good shit happens to them, they're going to throw a party. You're going to be front row and center. They're going to make sure that they get celebrated. They just can never have the same energy for you. We don't associate with people like that. We celebrate each other. In my circle, we're happy for everybody. We don't see each other as competition. And if you're smart, you know that if your friends win, you win too, because if they're a good quality friend, they're going to pull you up to be wherever that they are. They're going to make sure that you get the resources that you need to make your dreams come true as well. So why the fuck are we competing against each other? If I win, I'm going to help you. If you win, you're going to help me. We're wasting time competing against each other. We're wasting precious time. We could get more shit done if we all band together. Jeez. See, don't even get me started. Next thing. Number four, they have nothing to lose. These are some of the worst types of friends to get involved with. These type of friends are some of the worst friends to get involved with. They will get you in situations where you could get locked up, you could lose your license, you could lose your children, you could lose your job, you could get kicked out of an establishment, your reputation can get destroyed. And guess what? They don't give a fuck, because they don't have anything to lose in life. They don't care. My sister told me this a long time ago. The worst type of friend is the friend that don't got shit to lose. They don't have nothing to lose, so they don't care about making you lose everything you got. You don't have nothing that you're working towards, nothing that's important to you, no goals. Nope, I'm good. You stay the fuck over there. I don't do bar fights. I don't break the law. I don't do stuff that I'm not supposed to do but I love my children and I want to get home to them, and I don't want nothing that's going to hinder my ability to be a full-time parent and to be able to provide for them. I don't want nothing that's going to ruin my ability to make content on this platform that I have worked hard to build. Absolutely not. You're all alone on an island with that shit. No. Number 5, they can't have serious adult conversations that involve accountability, apologies, and uncomfortable feelings. Now, I sort of talked about this a lot on a previous video that I did, and I got a lot of shit for it. I got a lot of women saying, well, I don't have those discussions, and I just block people, and I just ghost people. And guess what I did to those people who made those comments? I blocked them. No discussion. I wonder how that felt. Now, I'm not talking about if somebody is abusive or if you've had these discussions and they're just continuously set on being toxic. By all means, fade away, disappear from their life. I'm not talking about that. Please stop reaching to make a point. I'm talking about we can never come to each other, sister to sister, and say, hey, I felt like what you said yesterday hurt my feelings. Or, hey, you had an attitude with me yesterday. What's going on? Hey, what you said the other day offended me, and I'm just trying to understand what you were getting at when you said that. And then you can't be like, you know what, I did say that, and I apologize, it won't happen again. Or, you know what, I apologize, I'm going through a really hard time, and you know what, I should have discussed that with you, or I'm not ready to talk about it yet. And then we can have these discussions, gain clarity, and still be friends. But a lot of people ghost before they even have these discussions because they think that every single kind of confrontation is bad, because maybe their parents taught them growing up that they can't talk to them about anything because their feelings don't matter, or they had a bunch of toxic relationships with men to where they learned that their feelings don't matter, and if they speak up, that person's going to shut them out. I don't know what the deal is, but either they ghost you when they can't have the conversation at all, they don't even give you a chance, or you come to them to have these serious conversations and they'll play along like, oh, I'm sorry, and then they ghost you because they can't take accountability, or because they know they were doing some wrong shit and they were caught. Whatever the case may be, if you are the type of woman who just avoids all confrontation, you cannot have any kind of serious discussions, you cower, you hide, you give the silent treatment, you shut down, you ghost, please stay the fuck away from me, because I am all about honest communications. Let's butt heads and talk it out so we can be besties and be closer afterwards. But if you can't handle that, if you're not mature enough to handle that, you can't handle being a friend with me, because all my friends are like this. Number 6, you're always broke. And I'm not talking about a struggle like you lost a job, or you're rebuilding your life after a divorce, or recovering from a catastrophic financial event. Not talking about that. But at your grown age, you are still making horrible financial decisions. You just can't seem to get your life together. I used to be this person. I was constantly asking to borrow money, asking for help, couldn't do the fun shit that everybody else wanted to do because I couldn't afford to go. And I started to notice that people didn't want to be around me anymore. With the exception of the events that I mentioned before I got into this particular point, you need to be making good financial decisions at a certain age. At any age, of course, but you got to have time to be young and dumb. Some of you might not have that time. Hats off to you. Y'all are God's favorite. But for everybody else, after a certain age, okay, we got to start getting on the right track. We got to start budgeting. We got to start saving. We got to start spending beneath our means. If you can never get it together, I don't want to be involved in that situation, because I do not loan out money. I do not mix money. I do not mix money with my friendships or anything. The only people that I'm helping are my mom and my sister and my brother and my children. I've just set that boundary for myself to avoid any and all confusion. I'm not loaning you money. I'm not shrinking myself if we go on a girls trip because you can't afford to go to the restaurant, you can't afford to do the group activity even though we gave you ample time to save, and now you're mad at everybody and you're upset and you're sitting in the hotel room not talking to anyone because you're hoping that we stay with you and we don't enjoy our vacation with you because you didn't plan accordingly. Or you're always calling me on the phone because you need your light bill paid for the 25th time this year. Like, don't even, absolutely not. I'm not saying that you got to be rich by any means at all. I'm not rich. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect and that you can't splurge every now and then, but to a certain point, you have to have your finances in order. Number 7, you're a bully and a mean girl. You're always picking on women for how they're dressed and what they're wearing. You're always picking on women for what their hair looks like. You're always picking on women for their weight, for what their teeth look like, for where they live, for the car they drive, for the phone that they have, for the purse that they have, because they don't live in the right area, because of how they talk, because of the things they like, because of the things that they don't like, because of their personality, because of the job title that they have, because of the money that they make. You think you're better than everybody else, and you're always trying to exclude people, and you got to be the popular one, and all your friends have to look like models all the time, and you think you are on that movie Mean Girls, and you got to talk shit about people and try to ruin people's reputations because you're so fucking insecure that is the only way you feel like you can get any type of attention. When it comes to me, anybody can sit at my table. I don't give a damn what you look like. I don't care how much money you make as long as you're managing it well. I don't care how you dress. I don't give a fuck if it's designer labels or Walmart. I don't care where you live. I don't care if you're a nerd or an expert or whatever the case may be. Do you treat me well? I can treat you well too as a friend. Can I trust you? You can trust me. Can we communicate with each other? Great. We can be friends. I was raised in a very country part of Arkansas, and I'm so thankful for that because we are very much, our doors are open, everybody is welcome, and I love that. I want everybody to feel comfortable and welcome when they are around me. Now, if you're treating me wrong, that's a different thing, but for the most part, I want people to feel comfortable. I want people to kick back, kick their shoes off, and just be themselves when they are around me and not feel like they got to be fake or be somebody else. Number 8, you neglect your children or abuse your children. That is an automatic denial of friendship, and I'll also report it. There's disciplining your kids, and then there's abusing your kids. Sure, we might lecture our kids, but then there's you're cussing your child out and calling them all kinds of bitches and hoes and they're stupid and dumb. Yeah, we might put our kids in timeout or send them to their room, but you just kicked your 14-year-old out of the house. Yeah, we don't do that shit over here on this side of town. I'm sorry. I don't know what unresolved shit you got going on that you have not dealt with from your childhood with how your parents treated you. I don't know what's going on to where you're frustrated with your life, but on my watch, you are not going to take that shit out on your children. And you're also not going to put your dumbass man above your children. You're not going to put your children in dangerous situations. Like I said, I will be the one to report it to whoever I got to report it to make sure that child is taken care of. For children, I will advocate. I will intervene. You can hate me. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. But children can't advocate for themselves. So I'm going to be one of the people that do it. So if you want to date a toxic abuser, if you want to, not heal and work on yourself, that's fine. But the moment that shit affects that child, that's when I'm going to say something. That's when I intervene. Number 9, you parrot, mock me, imitate me, and you have no identity of your own. This is people have viewed this from different viewpoints when I have spoken about this before. I've heard people say, well, maybe she doesn't have an identity and she doesn't know who she is, so she's just dressing like you. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Listen, I've been in all kinds of situations in my life, and anytime a woman has imitated me or kind of like mocked me in any kind of way and taken on my identity, she has proven to not be a good person. She has proven that she cannot be trusted. I am already me, okay? I don't want to hang out with myself, if that makes any sense. I hang out with different kinds of people. There's already one me. I'm taken already. If you are not developed enough to be yourself, you need to go off and figure it out, because I don't want to step out the house to hang out, and every time we hang out, we got on the same shit because somehow you figured out how I dress. Now you're talking the way I talk. Now you're trying to act the way I act. Now you're posting the way I post. Now your content is the same content as mine. Now I understand in normal friendships we're going to pick up each other's mannerisms here and there, sure. But you are literally trying to, bar for bar, copy who I am as a person. I need you to get into therapy. I need you to go write in a journal. I need you to go buy some kind of self-help book. You need to develop your own identity. Mine is already taken, and I also don't trust you because I found that these type of women, they're trying to be you, to move you out of the way, because they're really just haters and they think they can do you better. Number 10, the person who never makes mistakes and they're always judgmental. They've never done anything wrong. They've never made mistakes with men. They've never made mistakes in relationships. They've never made mistakes in money. They've never made mistakes in life. They've never made mistakes in parenting. They have always been perfect. They've never done anything embarrassing. They always talk over you with what you should have done, what they would do if they were you. They always talk down to you and make you feel stupid, unless you actually are doing something stupid, like something illegal or having an affair with somebody who's already in a relationship. But they are always on a pedestal. They are perfect. You are stupid. You know, they can't believe that people would do stuff like that. Like, every time you talk to them, you feel like you are just getting aired out. You feel like you're just being judged. You never feel good. You just have this overall feeling of, ugh. Me and my friends, like I said, we can kick our shoes back. None of us are perfect. As a matter of fact, sometimes we sit back and just share stories of the dumb shit we've done. I share stories on here to just help educate women of the dumb shit that I've done in my past that I am by no means proud of. I am not perfect. And I feel that's also what makes me a good friend, because like I said, with the exception of something illegal, there's nothing that you can tell me that's going to make me look down on you or not love you and care about you and want to be there for you. I think this is the longest video I have made so far. I hope you guys like it, but I really wanted to go in detail on my list. Thank you to everyone who has supported me. See you guys next time.